Hello, everybody. How's it going? We're here with your Season 6 stats. Congratulations to no one on the Cup win. No one won the Cup this year. But let's take a look at the stats for each team. Here's Anaheim. Ducks had a pretty successful year all around, just missed out on the playoffs by a little bit. On the contrary, the Bruins, well, they had a couple great point producers. They did fall short of the playoffs. Buffalo made it all the way to the third round, fell to Philly. Good team, good season too. A little rough on the goaltending part of it. Flames struggled. They're going to have a couple high picks this year. You can see very much a lack of goal scoring. Carolina, good year, snuck into the playoffs, went down in 7 to Tampa Bay. Good team. Here's Chicago. Had a great year last year, kind of couldn't keep it up this year. A little disappointing from some players. Is what it is. Here's Cincinnati. They're going to be moving back to St. Louis. As you can see, overall a pretty weak team. One of the worst we've seen in Sheetliiga in a while, but goaltending-wise, very good. Avalanche had a good team, but they couldn't amount to much this year in the playoffs. Columbus, this year's President's Trophy winners, and they went down early in round 1, 5 games. I'm sorry, an 8.54 for Vladislav Rizgalov. Ottinger. And Dallas, your Cup finalists. One of the two teams that made it to the final, but fortunately, like I said, nobody won, so that's how it is. Detroit with a solid team. Edmonton, last year's Cup finalists, they lost to Tampa. Good year, but they unfortunately went out in round 1 in a sweep. Florida is what Florida is. They're just shit. Here's Indy. They fell to Winnipeg in 6 in the first round. Pretty promising young team, but they're going to need to take that step next year. LA just fell short of the mark this year. Didn't make the playoffs, but a good team nonetheless. Here's the Canadiens. A very high scoring team, but the defense very lacking. Nashville had a very good year, snuck into the playoffs, but they went out in the first round to Dallas. Goaltending wise, they got a couple studs coming up. Here's New Jersey, one of the most disappointing teams this year. All three Hughes brothers and Adam Fox that just couldn't do anything. Very disappointing. Islanders, good year, made the playoffs, went out in the second round to Philly. Here's the Rangers, missed the playoffs. We're one of the worst teams despite having one of the best goal scorers and an overall pretty decent goaltender. Here's the Sens. Very nice. Struggled a lot this year, but they're always one of those teams that are young enough that they're on the up and up. Here's Philly. Bit of a retooling year, and they went all the way to the finals, so I think they'll be very happy with that. Here's Pittsburgh. Crosby is still just one of the greatest players of all time. Incredible. San Jose, so is Alexander Ovechkin. What do you expect? Saskatoon, the old Arizona Coyotes. Very nice team. Couple good goal scorers there, but they need that next gear to really push them into the playoffs. Same with Seattle. I think a lot of their struggles came down to woeful goaltending. Tampa Bay, last year's Cup winners, went out in round 2, I believe, to Buffalo. Good team as for sure. Toronto missed the playoffs entirely. Gave, I believe, the Rangers the 7th or 6th overall pick. Unfortunate for them. Goaltending goaltending really let them down. Vancouver. Nice. Vegas made it all the way to round 3, but just couldn't take down Dallas. And they were on a mission this year. Here's Washington. Unfortunate for them. Just one of those teams that some good talents, but they can never really put it together. Winnipeg had one of their worst seasons in a while. Usually a very dominant Sheetliiga team, but this time not so much. And your entire league, Vasi was the most wins, Saros the most shutouts, Hellebuck the best save percentage for a starter, and Hellebuck the best save percentage for a starter, goals against. Points wise, McDavid with the most. McDavid with the most goals. Batherson with the most assists. And that'll do it for the video. Tried to keep this one quick for you. Thank you for tuning in to Season 6. We're hoping for a quick turnaround to Season 7 and hope to see you all soon. Goodbye.